So, left-hand one was kind of your before, should we say,
Yes.
with the club shaft. So we can see they're leaning quite a long way forward. Again, de-lofting that club, I don't know, 15, 20 degrees less loft than what you've got. So a 35-degree club now has got about 15, 20.
Yeah.
The fact that then you come down with a descending blow anyway, it's going to be even less. So unless you've got a heck of a lot of club head speed, that ball's going to fly out quite low. Obviously lose distance in the wind because there's no roll on the golf ball when it lands. And again, with your arms that far in front, it puts tension in the back of your shoulder blades, as we said, and your left arm now very locked and pushed out forward, okay? So we're going to try and go through a sequence that starts off with the club, just kind of go through your left cheek there, okay, left side of your face, a lot more vertical, leaning forward a smidgen, okay? And as we go through the process of putting your hands on the golf club now, you'll find your grip might subtly change a little bit, as we said, not in a bad way, but it just sort of slightly adjusts there. Then your feet get set, so the ball now is just near your left foot, and we can see when you're holding that golf club there, that for me is a much better position, okay? I think on a couple of we started to sort of twidge it with the hands there, okay, not too bad. So we kept that as then visually, you can see your shoe. As long as you can see your left foot, you know your hands haven't gone too far forward. If you look at this one, you can't. So that's kind of your sort of on the course checkpoint. Can I see my left foot? Okay. As long as you can see that left foot, your hands haven't gone in front to block off that visual, okay? And then from there, it's making your normal natural. But you'll see with your grip as well, your hands have actually gone a little bit less underneath on the right hand. On this one, it's gone more underneath this way. Your thumb is more to the side, just because you push the handle forward, okay? If you push the handle back towards your back leg over here, you couldn't physically do that. You'd find your hands would kind of move this way and move that way. They kind of rock in that same position. So that left hand grip has kind of been created by the handle going forward, I reckon, and maybe a few tweaks obviously with your fingers, you said. I think in terms of grip pressure, we obviously can't see tension, okay, but I think creating a little bit less tension in that forearm where the thumb's not squeezing down and getting locked in that left arm, that will help the next stage they're working on, sort of impact we'll talk about next lesson, how the left arm wants to work. But if we can just say practice for like a week, 10 days, couple of weeks kind of thing, trying to just get in that position, so that becomes the norm, okay? So it starts off with club down first, sitting her down as she wants to sit, then gripping it as you feel comfortable, okay, just hold the club naturally, okay, then set your feet with the ball, as we said, just a little bit left of centre. Where you got there's absolutely perfect, okay, good start position there, okay, so when you come back to golf ball now, you've got the full loft of that golf club, strike that ball up in the air with the fuller loft of the golf club rather than sort of coming down on it too steep. And as you said, if you're hitting the ground behind the golf ball here, we move the ball back to there, and then we hit the ground here behind the golf ball there, and then you move the ball back, and eventually you keep going further and further back. It's a vicious circle. The logical changes in golf are invariably the wrong changes. Okay, so it's trying to make sure we're not sort of making changes almost unconsciously. If you're keeping the ground behind the ball, straight away goes and put the ball further back. That'll be the norm, to be fair. So work on that sequence, work on that setup. Like I say, at home, give yourself a couple of minutes, put the kettle on in the kitchen or whatever, get yourself set there, get there, look up, can I see my left foot? Good. How does that feel? Just so it becomes a routine and a habit. You think now when you get into a car, you put your seatbelt on, take the handbrakes on, take it neutral, put the ignition on, get the biting point, indicate, mirror, handbrake down, pull off. In about 2 seconds, without thinking. You look at a learner driver get in the car, they're like, okay, right, handbrakes on. They take about 30 seconds to move that car, don't they? So we can get into that habit. So we do that. At the moment, all this here now in that circle is a conscious competent. You can do it, but you got to think about it. Now the thought process is that sequence. We've got to get that sequence into basic unconsciously and just literally do like that. So we can practice that, so it become, I wouldn't say it become completely unconscious by next lesson, but over time in the long run, that'll be something you'll just do naturally, okay, that we get yourself just in a better start position. The swing itself for me is very good. Your setup is pulling you back to where your 23, 24, 25 handicap is, rather than allowing that quality of swing to go through to where you want to be to 18 to 20, whatever you said you want to do.
I mean, it was a self-imposed, I would go out and play, just allow myself one shot at home. Bogey golf, exactly. And you can definitely play for that. There's no reason why you can't do that at all. Absolutely no problem at all, okay? So get that sequence and set it better, and then we can look sort of in a couple of weeks' time sort of the next stage going on based on how well that sort of sequence has gone. That was great, because on that last shot I played, rather than spend time over it, and I noticed as well, which is really interesting, when I moved that foot, do that at the same time, it was just right there, don't think about it.
Exactly. Less is more in a golf. I think a lot of people go away from a golf lesson and go, is that it kind of thing?
No,
to change just that is exactly. You could think, oh my God, moving the hands, but I can't do it. Okay, and I say you would never be able to get the golf club back here at the moment.
Yes.
In time you'll be able to do that stuff. At the moment, they'd be so far back to go from where you are there to back there would just seem impossible.
Yeah.
Okay.
But seeing that, you can really see on my shoulders.
Yeah, exactly. And again, with that left arm this far away, that's going to put tension there. It just creates a very robotic, stiff position. And again, when you swung through, you said, head staying down for having a day. Start again. When this one swung through, you swung through it.
Yeah.
And again, look how much fuller that rotation is. That's kind of your full swing there.
Yeah.
That there's rotated, come together, and up on the toe. That's hanging back. There's a gap between your knees, hips back there, and she's come through, which is why a lot of people get bad backs, because your shoulders are always going to turn through fully. If your back stays back here, the lower half, then the middle part of your back's going, no.
And that's the other thing is, because I am still fairly supple, I don't notice it.
Yeah, exactly. And that for me is trying to create it's healthier long term. Okay, so you can play 2 or 3 games a week and not sort of think, oh, I'm going in agony.
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense?
Brilliant.
Excellent.